YouTube people, it's Dwayne, and we're back with another tone recreation video. So I'm actually dreading today's video because it's a new Erra track, and if you know the band Erra, which you probably do if you're watching this, maybe you don't, Jesse Cash is a phenomenal guitarist, phenomenal singer. He's the full package, this guy. And some of his riffs, like, I don't know how to explain it. They're not always super technical, but there is like always an underlying current of technicality there. And the song just dropped. I've only listened to it like 2 times, so I don't even know how to play it. I haven't even attempted to play it. So just a full disclaimer, I don't know how to play this song, and this is just going to be a video of trying to get the tone on here. Now, the tone that I can hear on this song sounds very reminiscent of the last full-length album that they dropped. It's kind of got that, you know, typical Erra guitar tone on there. I don't even know how you would explain it. And it also is similar to the song Pale Iris, I think it was called, that they dropped a couple of months back, or maybe even longer than that now. But we're going to do our best to try and get the guitar tone for this. And yeah, please just remember that it is very much like, this is very much like just, you know, I'm trying to learn how to play the song. So we'll go into Cortex Control here, and you can see I've got the song open in the background, and I'm going to timestamp this so you can skip around my desperate attempts to learn the song, but it's a high gain tone, right? So I'm actually going to put this up to like 40% because it's probably going to be pretty high gain. Now, I have no idea what Jesse even uses for his amp sound, but for this type of sound, you can't really go past the EVH 5150 red channel. Like, this is the quintessential high gain amp, and it's the one I would always recommend to people using the Quad Cortex who want to get high gain tones. So they're going to try using the 412 Zilla custom cab. Now, another thing to note as well is I'm in drop B, but I'm using my Digitech Whammy DT to go down 5 semitones. So I don't know if I've ever done that with this before, so it's not going to be perfect straight off the bat, but I'm pretty certain that Jesse even uses a pitch shifter himself, so that's, you know, what's something Erra sounding like? Pitch shifter is doing a really good job. I'm actually really impressed. I've never gone down this low with it before. So before we even touch our amp settings, one thing I can tell you about this sound, and pretty much any other band using a high gain amp these days, is they're using a Tubescreamer. Sometimes you would just use it as a boost, and I think we'll actually start off with 0 on the overdrive. You'll actually hear this cleans up the EVH like right away. It doesn't sound too bad, does it? Like, as a tone. I think the mids may be slightly scooped in Erra's stuff. I don't have a source for that, but I feel like it's kind of a metalcore tone in a way, but it's kind of like that modern metalcore tone in a lower tuning. So we put the bass up a little bit because his sounds do have a little bit of like low end. We may take that out if it's too muddy. We're going to also put the presence up to 6 as well. Now, I don't think we're going to touch any of the other stuff. Oh, it's a little bit flubby. Let's listen to the song, compare, and most importantly, try and see if we can learn some of this song. go back to the start of that song real quick because I can hear some remnants that we can probably use to dial in our sound. I can hear the mids definitely sound scooped. So I think there's actually more gain in here than we've got. I can hear it's like... And we may have too much bass in here. That could be also our pedal kind of adding the flub in as we go down, but maybe we can play that. Let's try listening to that again. So at the moment, we're just listening to the song for anything we can use to kind of get that sound. Sounds like that. Okay, so I don't know if he's playing it on the high. It sounds maybe got a little bit more like mid to it. So I can't actually hear, compared to the song, I can't seem to hear the song. So, oh, one thing we forgot to do here is also push up the master. That's probably the problem. In fact, the master on this song could probably even go to 7. Problem is we are also clipping on here, so just now we fixed our master volume problem. Let's listen to it again. Just remember you can skip this. There will be timestamps down below, so if you don't want to watch me butcher learn this song, I love that. Maybe the intro is like... So there's a little part in there where he's actually playing. It sounds a little bit more subdued. One thing that's actually bothering me about this is we need a low-high cut on here to kind of clear it up. Hear too much noise. It could be my sloppy playing, but... That's better. I think that's the right amount of gain, maybe even 4.5. go back to the start again. I think we're getting, the tone is getting a little bit closer. So one thing I think I can hear is there maybe is more gain in this after all. Maybe there is more than 3 or 4. I don't usually push the gain up too high, but... It actually sounds like he's got a bit of gain happening in there, so maybe it's even higher. Trying to give it that crunch. And maybe the master needs to push up. Problem is that's going to clip. Yeah, that sounds alright. I think we will try it again and see how we go with that particular tone. One more time from the top. Maybe down the bottom. So a few things to unpack in that. I'm going to put the master down to 6. I'm going to reset our output. Now, I'm not one of these YouTube people that can just like listen to the song and go, oh, here's my fast, perfect cover of it. Like, I am very much like an amateur guitarist, an amateur professional guitarist. So I think we need to do some EQ on this, just listening to that. Probably going to do like maybe parametric 3 we'll start off with. So I think we probably want to cut around about the 800 mark to give it a slight little bit more like of a scooped sound. See how that sounds. turn this off for a second. We will keep that. We will put the Q size up to 1.4. Now, we're going to do a boost around about the 1.5 to 2.5K mark. Let's go somewhere in the middle, like 1750. So it's going to give us a little bit of a mid-focus punch. And we'll boost that by, let's go by 3. Let's go a little bit more extreme. Let's compare that to the song again. See what we got. So one thing, my amp is too loud and I can't hear the song as I'm playing it in my ear, so that's making it difficult for me to learn the song. So I think I'm actually going to cut the output. Maybe not so extreme. All right, let's try that again. It's a tricky song. It's like... I love that intro, that... It definitely has a scooped mid presence. I think also what it might also have is... It could even have more treble in there, just listening to it. Yeah, that kind of gives it a little bit more of a forward sound. So we're going to save this. What's the name of the song? Cure. Once again, just ignore my playing because I don't know how to play the song and I've never even attempted an Erra song before because I'm not a very good guitarist. To contrary belief. I think we're going to try it again. Let's give it another shot with these settings and see how we go. Just keep in mind, I don't know how to play it and yeah, I'm not Jesse Cash. essence is there, right? Like you can kind of hear the sound. I think actually thinking about it, it doesn't have as much scooped bass as I thought. Bass at middle position there on 5. And we could probably even bump the gain up a little bit more, possibly. But for the most part, I think we got close to it. Like, obviously it's not perfect, and it also doesn't help that my playing ability isn't exactly Jesse Cash level. But you know what? This is all in good fun. Like, at the end of the day, what this is all about is kind of trying to get the essence of the tone as much as possible. I'm not doing it to do perfect playthroughs or show you like, hey, look at me, I'm this amazing guitarist and I can learn songs easily, because I can't. I know for a fact I was not playing that song correctly, but this song came out like, what, 2 hours ago? So, I mean, the fact that the essence is there, like you can kind of hear I got some of it like that. And I definitely got the start of that. It probably also doesn't help I'm going down, how many semitones? 5 semitones. You're getting some artifacting in there. So if you had a guitar that was only going down a couple, or you had a guitar in this tuning, it would sound so good. But obviously, I think the important thing to remember about all this as well is that we're hearing a guitar tone that's been multi-tracked. Like, there's probably four guitar tracks in this song at least. And you're also hearing bass and other production stuff that kind of goes into recording music like this. So heavy guitars aren't actually like as heavy as they sound in the final mix. And I think some people forget that or don't know that at all. But, you know, it's one of those things you learn, that you don't necessarily drive the gain or the volume up to always get that sound. That's that 80s mentality, I think, of when the amps were doing the work. These days, it's a little bit more production led and track based. But yeah, let me know how you think I went in that. Obviously, I'm not going to ask you how I went learning the song, because I actually, you know, Erra is one of those bands I wouldn't even really attempt to even play their stuff. But I heard it, I'm like, this is a really cool tone, and people might want to, you know, better guitarists than me might want to know how to, might be able to play this song and want like a preset for the Quad Cortex, or you might be using the plugins. This would work on the Archetype Gojira and the Archetype Nolly, these settings. So definitely copy the settings to those plugins if you don't own the Quad Cortex. If you made it to the end of this video, I really appreciate you watching and struggling through that with me to play that, because yeah, it was a little bit of a struggle for me. So just focus on the tone. I can't stress that enough. Focus on the tone. If I could learn the songs properly, I would. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you around the next video. See ya.